But we'll touch on this. Sorry to everybody listening in the VOD because my voice sounds so broken and terrible. But I just wanted to touch on this because this was just broken by Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming. They've had like every scoop. They know people. Like they know people. They've got the inside scoop on all this stuff. And he found out a bunch of details about the roguelike mode that was announced as part of The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Specifically that it's going to have 12 different levels, according to the LinkedIn profile of a Naughty Dog QA tester. Again, it's always LinkedIn. These guys, like they want to brag about the stuff they're working on and they end up screwing up. It's so funny to me. Like, just don't put it in your LinkedIn profile. It's like, why do you have to brag about every little bitty thing? This is how so much stuff leaks. It's crazy. So the news was initially spotted by Twitter user Jonastic, who discovered the description of the game from a current Naughty Dog QA tester. According to the profile, they will have 12 different levels. Specifically, they say, created, implemented, and tested AI dialogue regions in engine across 12 different no-return roguelike level layouts in The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Created, modified, and tested render regions in engine by adjusting lighting levels to fit visual filter aesthetics throughout 135 tasks in The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered story mode. And tested, modified, extraneous audio regions and adjusted PAT tags on surfaces and objects throughout 12 different no-return roguelike levels. So it seems like there's 12 levels. What we're supposed to do with that, I don't know. But there's that. Yeah, very excited for this, not gonna lie, says Yokes. Yeah, I am too. I was braced for this to be another like $60, $70 remake, remaster, where it's you can't even tell the difference between the two, and there's nothing else except maybe some outfits you can swap into. And while it largely looks the same, at least from what we've seen so far, I will say that the added content, the lost levels, all of that, and a $10 upgrade path, to me is compelling. Like, I think that that's fair. You're giving us access to lost levels, to a roguelike mode if you just want to push yourself with the combat, which is, you know, extremely robust in that game. All of that for $10. I'm gonna jump on it. I think that's fair. Like, the reason we memed on The Last of Us Part 1 was because it was such an extreme ask for $70 or $60, whatever it launched at. Either way, full price. And it was like, full price, man. Like, yeah, it looks better, but it's the same exact game. Like, nothing's been added or changed or anything. At least with this, we get some really novel things introduced, which is cool. And this is one I'm really excited about. I was playing it last night, actually, just to see how it runs. And those load times are pretty rough. Once you're in the game, like, they cover it up with cutscenes and stuff, so you don't feel it once you're playing. But once you load into the game, there's a really long load screen that's maybe like 30 seconds to a minute long. And in the age of the PS5's SSD and the Xbox's SSD, it's just it's just a massive speed bump, you know. So it's going to be great to get that removed. But this is something I'm looking forward to. I think it looks really good. I think the new stuff sounds fascinating, and the lost levels are probably what most interest me, frankly. He took my thing.